welcome back. This is going to be the current energy check-in for whatever day you come across this. So we have two piles to pick from. Pile one are these glasses, and pile two is this Chief's coaster. So let's start with pile one, the glasses. What is your current energy right now? The energy check-in around you, all of that. For pile one. Okay, there's definitely some interested party in your energy, someone who, this most likely feels romantic. That doesn't feel like friend or family. This feels like someone who's kind of got this new, something came over them, and it's like there's almost like a spell, but it wasn't a spell. You didn't do a spell on this person. Maybe you did, but I'm not getting that. It's more just like all of the sudden, it's like that part in a movie where these two friends who've all, like, they grew up together, but then they look at each other and it's like seeing each other in a new light that they've never seen before. So it's that type of energy. But this feels like someone, it's at a distance. It's not someone you're talking to. It's not even someone who, like, this is very kind of secret. Like, they're not hinting this or trying, it's like their own personal secret of how they feel. Like, they just had this realization of like who you are to them. And it's like you've been right there in front of their eyes, but they never saw it for some reason. They never saw something completely until now. And this person really thinks you're like the one for them at this point. It's like that's all they're focused on. They're not thinking like, oh, 10 years, 5. They're just like, right now, that's where I'm supposed to be. It's this force stronger than what they're used to. It's not like the usual feeling that would pull them towards something. It's stronger. It feels like something they can't fight, but they don't want to at the same time. So it's like they feel the force of God or the power of God pulling them, but they want to go. They want to surrender to it. It feels exciting but not scary. It's like safe, but also new and exciting, but somehow comfortable. This person has not moved on from the past though. There's something, let's see. But I feel like this doesn't have to do with you. There's something about their past, like long before you were in their experience or they ever knew you. There's something that, I feel like it's self-doubt actually. It's not believing in themselves, because this person gets a lot of intuitive guidance and they're very connected, but they don't believe it because they've never had someone to like say, hey, that's what you're feeling. Like they've never known a spiritual person who could explain these things. Like maybe they've met religious people, but never someone who could like see actually and understand what they're going through. And so it's just like when kids, they say like some kids can see spirits, or maybe all kids can, and they can see auras and they can see the spirit world, but because they're never taught to recognize that or like told what it is, they just kind of end up forgetting about it because there's never they never think about it or focus on it. So it's like something along those lines. This person, but I feel like maybe because they're feeling this pull, this spiritual strong pull towards you, it's like reigniting that part of them that maybe they had forgotten about because it had been ignored. But it's like that connection they have. Maybe they're remembering from their childhood or from long ago when they felt that pull again, or when they felt that like connection to the divine that they're feeling now. So they're connecting all the dots and making peace with their past right now, which is probably why they want to keep this a secret, because they like to do things in stages. They don't like to start this project and then go start this and then they have this thing open and this thing open. Like they like to do one thing at a time. So this is a green light from spirit about this situation. It felt like there was a lot of heaviness between you and this energy. Even if you don't know this person very well, or maybe you've never met them. Maybe you've only met them online, or maybe you just know of them, but you still somehow feel strongly connected as if you know each other like more than you do. This is just saying, I lost my train of thought. This is just your green light from spirit that everything, all that heaviness, it's been cleared now. So it's like you're getting the green light, because you guys were never supposed to close the distance or meet or come together without having released this heaviness, because you weren't supposed to bring it to each other. It was supposed to be gone. And you were supposed to start this new journey together where you guys don't have the baggage of the past, and you can actually experience the future with a new clean lens, without like, it's almost like glasses, like how if the lenses get scratches and they get like scuffs on them, it doesn't matter how much you clean them, it's still gonna look dirty because it's like the scratches. And imagine there's like fingerprints all over, it's dirty, and then you get a brand new pair with clear lenses. It's like, that's what's happening. And that's why everyone's seeing more clearly. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, it's absolute clarity. It's like, it can't be denied. It can't be, no one can gaslight themselves about this, because it's just beyond, it's beyond the physical senses. It's beyond seeing, hearing, feeling. It's like this inner knowing that's just beyond, and it can't be refuted, I'm hearing. So last card, because this reading's a bit longer than I expected, but actually it's not too long. Let me get actually one more with this. It's all about to come together physically. So whatever you've been waiting for physically, if you've been waiting to move homes, if you've been waiting to be able to get new clothes, or to get something done, like your hair done, your nails done, maybe you've been needing a new car, a new relationship, a new, like whatever it is physically you've been trying to get, or or you've been wanting, that's all about to unfold for you and happen for you. And it's not going to be because you're like, you've been guided. I'm getting like you've been led through this forest to this meadow, and now you're in this meadow, and you like, this is a spot you were meant to be led to, and now you can just have a little picnic and just rest, and everything else is going to come to you. So you've already done the journey, this specific journey, and now you just get to wait in this meadow and have, it's like all these animals are going to bring you different gifts. That's what I'm seeing. And the 10 of Pentacles, okay, last one, 10 of Pentacles to close it up. This is confirmation that all of this stuff you're going to be having, and you'll know this is true because you won't be feeling like, I need it now, I need it so bad. You won't be feeling like that desperate energy. You'll just be feeling like, I know it's coming. I can just relax. And when you are in that feeling, that's the last thing to feel before it physically manifests. So that's how you'll know. So thank you so much for watching Pile 1. And I hope this gave you clarity, or just confirmed the clarity you've already been getting. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. So Pile 2, let's start. What is your current energy? What is the energy around you for whenever you're watching this? Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, nice, okay. Why do I feel like that means, never mind, I'm not even gonna see. Anyway, so the Fool, Ace of Pentacles, wow. Okay, I'm just gonna say, why do I feel like this means the Chiefs are gonna win? Unrelated, but maybe not unrelated. Anyway, the Fool, okay. This could be, I feel like a lot of you could have picked Pile 1 and you're just watching Pile 2. So this could be a continuation. So if you felt drawn to one, I would say watch that, because this could definitely go together. But this is like, because that reading, Pile 1 ended with things finally coming forth for you, like physically, and you just being in that feeling of just knowing, and you don't feel like you're starving. Like food's coming, but you're not starving. you're going to be able to like eat it like one at a time, like the little berries and and not just like a dog, like just because you're so starving, you know? And I was saying being in that energy is what is about to unfold for you. So this could be happening sooner than you think too, because it really is just a matter of you've done all the physical work, and it's all like you've done the inner work too. You've done both. And like you've done everything you could do, everything you were asked, everything you were guided to do, you've done it. So, okay, and I was talking also about a meadow, like being in a garden, being led to a meadow, and like all these flowers here. It's really like everything is so fertile in your life right now. 10 of Pentacles too in this pile. Yeah, everything's like, and even how Easter's coming up and spring, and you know, this time represents new life, fertility, new beginnings, and it really, really goes along. You could have felt like ever since winter, or maybe ever since autumn, even since last summer, you could have felt really in tune with the seasons. Like whatever you were going through in life, it was mirrored or like affected by the season. You could have gone through an intense death, rebirth type of, or death in winter, or just like really hard endings or really difficult things you were purging. And it's like you purged so much. You could have even got this through being sick. But if that is the case, you knew, you had an inner knowing when you were sick that it was more than just a sickness, that it was some type of spiritual purging or energetic cleansing. You could feel that intuitively, and you're right. So this spring rebirth time of everything is like so fertile and ripe for growing, harvesting whatever you want. And you can feel it is the biggest confirmation. And that's going to be, so it's actually beyond a feeling. It's a knowing. And that's what's going to be your new, like you're not going to be looking for signs so much, because you're just going to be so connected to that inner knowing that that's really all you need. Okay. I shuffled for a long time. I don't usually do that. You could be getting more organized and more clean, and just like, and when I say more clean, like maybe before you never really cleaned your floors. Maybe you would vacuum, but you wouldn't like mop, and now you're doing that. Or you're like taking the extra time to clip your cuticles, or make sure, just like taking extra time to make things extra clean, extra nice, extra perfect. But it's not out of pressure or feeling like you have to. It's just like you want to, and you can now. Because maybe before you were so overwhelmed and stressed that like if you could just manage to shower and brush your teeth, then that was doing the most for you. But okay, the Queen of Pentacles reverse came up also in, both of these came up in the last reading, in a different deck though. So I feel like this is saying it's already yours. Like it's already yours. And that's maybe what you've been telling yourself. Maybe you've been having that affirmation, or whenever you, and Six of Cups came up too. Whenever you, okay, this is what it's saying. Switch your perspective to this, because this is a truer perspective than the one you have now. I'm not going to say this is true and this is a lie. It's just truer for you. So when you get visions throughout your whole life, you feel things, you see things about your future. Maybe you envisioned yourself, and it could be doing anything, like maybe something you wouldn't even tell people about because it seems unrealistic or unattainable, and you wouldn't even bother, but it's like this big dream or goal, and you can literally see yourself doing it. You could envision it. Maybe you get lost in your mind daydreaming about it. So this is the perspective shift. These things are not being put in your mind so that you can be like, okay, I know what I want now because I got this cool idea, and now I'm going to try and pursue it. Don't think of it like that, okay? Think of it like this. Everything happening at the same time, the past, present, and the future, all timelines happening at the same time. And that vision you're seeing is a timeline that's currently happening. It's like you're tapping into it, like looking into a like when they see in the movies when the witch will like have a magic ball, a crystal ball or a mirror, and they're spying on someone, or like remote viewing. It's like you're watching what's happening right now, just in a different time, but the time is now, if that makes sense. So that means all you have to do, that means it's already yours, because it's happening and you're watching it happen. So it's already yours. It's not something you have to attain or chase or attract. Well, it's just something to align with if you want it. It's like, hey, you could have, would you like this? Like a commercial almost coming on, be like, would you like this lifetime? Would you like this timeline? And if you choose so, all you have to do is align with it by feeling that it's already yours, and feeling what that feels like. So for example, if you envision yourself as a billionaire and, you know, riding on private jets, in that timeline, when you're connecting to that timeline where that is you, that is your life, first know that that's a real timeline you're connecting to. Second, how does that feel being that person? Being in that feeling and knowing it's already mine. Now I get to, it's almost like getting to play a character, but at the end of the day, that character is real and you get to be it. It's not just a character. So that's what I'm getting, is if you change that perspective from like, oh, I have to achieve this, to no, that's mine. All I have to do is know that it's mine, and that's what's going to align me with it. Like, that's just showing me a preview of what's to come in my own future. And it's like, you're already on track to get that. That's why you were aligned enough to have that vision. You wouldn't have had the vision if you weren't aligned to it. But what people do is they get that and it throws them off, because they're like, oh wait, now I have to figure out how to get that, and it throws them off, and then they start believing they can't have it, and that throws them off further. But it's like, no, you didn't have to stop. It was just saying, hey, this is what's coming up. This is the track that you're on. This is the path you're on. Keep it up. If you want this to be your future, just continue on as you are. It's not saying you have to change anything. So that's what you're learning. That's the energy you're in right now. Not having to learn, not having to chase, and just knowing it's already yours, and practicing. Like, the work for you is practicing that feeling. What does that feel like when it's already yours? When it's not something you have to figure out how you're going to get and plan and strategize, because you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to waste your time and energy and effort planning like that, because it's yours. And how does that feel? So just stay in that energy. That's really what's going to help you and guide you right now. That's all I'm getting for you. Thank you so much for watching Pile 2, and I will see you next time.